Hi, good morning. Good morning. It's Malin. I'm back with another video. It is Saturday, April the 18th. It's about 11:15 in the morning. It's a beautiful overcast day. I woke up early this morning around 7:30 or 8, and it was still raining outside. So I decided I would wait until it stopped raining to get out here and do what I wanted to do today. It's supposed to we're supposed to have more thunderstorms a little bit later, so hopefully I can get over here under my two oak trees in my front yard, rip everything out to get it ready to complete on another day. I will turn the camera around, show you guys what we're going to do today, but I also need to run over to Home Depot. This is why we can't finish it today. I need to go to Home Depot to purchase some garden soil, some compost, and some more irrigation tubing. To lay down. We are today going to remove all of the plants that are there because I am going to be planting something else that I just received in the mail on yesterday, and I will show you those. We are going to first dig out all the plants that we are going to transplant somewhere else. Then I will carefully remove the landscape fabric and all of the rubber mulch that's there. I'm going to try to just kind of like roll it up so that the rubber mulch does not spill out. We're going to remove all of that. We will not put landscape fabric down any longer. We are just going to top it with soil, compost, and the plants. This may be a mistake. I may have grass trying to creep in there, but I feel like the canopy of the trees shaded so much that not a lot of water gets to that area, and then the landscape fabric, it, further prevents the water from getting there. So all of the plants that I have planted underneath there are not flourishing. They're still alive, but they are really small compared to how long they've been planted there. So they need to go elsewhere, and I am going to plant something underneath there that can live anywhere. And I am so excited about it. Once that takes over, I won't have to worry about weeds and grass because it will suppress all of those weeds and grass. So I will turn the camera around. We will go look at the tree rings, and then I'll show you what I received in the mail on yesterday. All right, guys. So this is the first tree. We have some hostas that stay very tiny, and we have a heuchera that is not really getting big at all. We have the Helen von Steen lamb's ear that I'm just going to dig out and plant over there. We have a couple of euphorbias. We've got some oak trees coming up because oak trees, they drop the acorns and they take root. There's another euphorbia. This is the Merlot, the burgundy one, but like there are no leaves. It's not flourishing at all. So we are going to move those other places, and let's look at the other tree. This is the second tree. More hostas that are just like emerging, very tiny. Like, what is that? This is a hosta around here. And I can dig up some of these and put in my backyard, and also take some to my mom's house and my mother-in-law's house. These two euphorbias do not look good at all. This looks like they still have a little bit of life left, so we will transplant them and see what we can do. Alright, I don't see the heuchera in here. It must have died. It was over there. And then there was a Merlot euphorbia in this bed also, and I don't see it. So we are ripping all of this out, all of this landscape fabric, all of this rubber mulch, and we are going to start from scratch. And let me show you what I am going to plant here. Here we go. So this is the Vinca minor, I believe periwinkle. This is 4 bunches, and each bunch has 50 bare root stems. I just received it in the mail. I purchased it on Amazon, but it came from Greenwood Nursery. They had it packaged very well, but when I received it in the mail, each bunch of 50 was wrapped in a wet paper towel with the saran wrap wrapped around the roots to keep them moist. So I took the saran wrap off, I took the paper towel off, I put all 4 of them in this pot, and I just kind of watered them, and I took some wet paper towels underneath here. The 3 of them looked really good. One of the bunches had some crispy dried up tips, so I don't know, but I think the stems are still pretty, alive. I don't think they're dead. So we are going to, this may happen tomorrow, but today I just want to get everything from underneath there dug out, get the landscape fabric and the rubber mulch out, and then we will work on the second day. Tomorrow we will work on putting down the soil, the compost, and planting these, which should be very easy because it's just tiny. It's just a stem with a few roots on the end. And then we will put the landscape edging, the brick edging back around it. I think I'm going to widen each one of them out, each tree ring out, maybe a foot all the way around. But yeah, I will post a picture of what this looks like when it blooms. Have these very pretty tiny blue, almost lavender, like periwinkle color, little tiny bloom, and it'll be like a sea of blue underneath each tree in the spring, and then just evergreen foliage underneath it year round. All right, so that the pack of 200 was like, I believe it was $69 or $79. So I got 200 bare root stems for, yes, $69 or $79 off of Amazon from Greenwood Nursery. And y'all, they look nice. Like I said, 3 of the bunches looked really good. This 4th bunch is about maybe 25% of it looks a little crispy, but I'm happy with it. So we'll see where it goes. All right, let me get all of my supplies together out at the front and we'll get started. Roger. Found a grub. Throwing it away. Uh-oh. And I am getting rid of it. So we got rained out. It just started raining fairly hard. It was coming through the canopy of the tree, so I didn't want my camera to get wet. I went ahead and we're gonna pause for right now, let it die down, and hopefully we can get back out a little bit later on today and finish up these two. I'm only halfway done with the first tree. I got all of the plants dug out of it, and I am now trying to get up the landscape fabric and the rubber mulch. It's kind of difficult because the stakes have been down in that ground for about 4 years now, and some of them have rusted, and it's just kind of hard to pry them up, especially with the roots of the trees in the way. So I was having to get my shovel and kind of lift up each one of the stakes. So we are about halfway. I just got to get another section of that landscape fabric and rubber mulch up, and then we can move to the second tree after we get another break from the rain. I think I'll use this time to head to Home Depot and go ahead and get my garden soil and my compost, so that we will have that here for when we come out on tomorrow. I'll see you guys in about 2 seconds when the rain stops. Hey guys, so it's about 1:30 in the evening or in the afternoon, and it has stopped raining. It really only rained for like 15 minutes. But by the time I had gone in the house and made some lunch and looked outside, and it was already done raining, I said, well, I'm just going to go ahead and take a break. So I took about an hour and a half break, and we are back out, and hopefully it's still overcast. We're supposed to still have scattered showers today, thunderstorms later on. But hopefully I have enough time to go ahead and finish this first tree ring and the second one as well. So we're going to set you guys up and complete this task today. So it kind of almost looks like this weather does not want me to be great. I finished this one tree ring, and now I'm gonna start with the second one. Don't know if I can finish it because it has gotten very windy. I don't know if you guys can tell, and very dark. I may have to take another break and come back after a second rain. But let me turn the camera around and show you what I did with this first tree ring and what we're gonna do to the second. I have gotten everything up, as much of the rubber mulch as I can. I see a few ant hills underneath here, so I'm gonna sprinkle out some of my ant bait and get rid of those. But it's a clean slate and I couldn't be happier. The soil under here is so dry and it's nothing but roots. So we're going to extend it out about a foot, pour in some garden soil, some compost, and plant our Vinca minor. Vinca minor is very drought tolerant once it is established. Now let's look at the second tree ring. So I've moved the brick edging out. I'm gonna dig out the plants just like I did before, and we'll get as much done as we can. Hopefully it won't take as long as the second one, but look, I mean, it is so windy right now. But let's see what we can do. Alright guys, I'm done for today. It started back lightly sprinkling again. I got 3.5 bags full of debris, rubber mulch, and landscape fabric. This is as far as I could get them. I need to get my husband to get them to the other side of the driveway because I did not want to drag them on the concrete because it'll tear the bag. So he'll pick them up and take them over there, and let me turn around and show you the tree rings. So here we are. This is the first tree I did. Of course the edging is not where it's going to be. It's just pulled back some. Well, it'll probably be about in that spot, but I have to go get some more out of my backyard to fill in the spaces since we're making it wider. So that is the cleaned up tree ring number 1, and this is the cleaned up tree ring number 2. Y'all, I uncovered so many ant hills in here. Fire ants, little tiny little white maggot looking things underneath that landscape fabric. So I'm glad it's gone now. Sure, I have the landscape fabric on the front border of my home, but down here the soil is very dry, and it's not as nice as the soil is back there. So we needed to uncover this, put down some compost, some good garden soil, and to kind of enrich this area. So we're gonna widen this one as well to about a foot out from what it was, which is about where it is now. So we're gonna finish this up on tomorrow. It's 3:38, so yeah, off and on a couple of times. It took me about 2.5, almost 3 hours to do that. It was hard getting those stakes out. Those stakes have been in here for about 4 years, and a lot of them had rusted. You could tell root had started to grow around them. I had to pry a lot of it out, and just trying to roll it up to keep all the rubber mulch contained. It was challenging, but nevertheless we got it done. We got it all cleared out, and I am going to go in, take another little break, and head out to Home Depot or Lowe's, whichever has the best deal on the garden soil. Pick up some garden soil, pick up some compost, and then get a little bit of mulch. Also, we have mulch for the backyard, but I need some mulch from there. We're not going to heavily mulch it, but we do need to put some mulch down to keep the compost and the garden soil in place to go along with our plantings of the Vinca minor. So like I said, we will be back with part 2 of this on tomorrow. I want to thank you guys for coming along with me today, and we will have part 2 of this video in 2 seconds for you. Bye guys.